It's start time with the Star Roddy Rod.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. James 128 announcing our featured presentation, Star Time with Roddy Rod. Enjoy.
It's Star Time, and I'm your host, the Star Roddy Rod. And today, we got a very special guest, my boy Theo. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on?
I'm good. Welcome.
Hey, no problem.
So, man, give the fans a little intro about yourself, a little where you from, a little something.
Yeah, my name is Theo, last name Oyaga. I'm originally from Nigeria. I've been here for quite some time. I was stationed in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, moved to Jersey. I'm in the IT field. So I do a lot of working with clients, helping them fix like servers and.
We're gonna get into all of that later.
All right, you say give them a background. It's kind of a short.
But
background.
you didn't mention that you're a family man and stuff.
Yeah. Sure. I was getting down. I'm a family man, married, got a kid. Kid's gonna be 7 in November. So yeah, he's the life and pride of me. He looks just like me. He has my same mannerisms. So, he's definitely my son. That's what my wife always says. He's definitely your son. She always says he's not her son. I know he says he's my son because he's just like a mini me, in a sense. So, yeah. So, love him to death.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I got a few questions to get into.
Yeah, sure. Let's go, man.
Did you always want to do tech? What made you want to get into this field?
Funny you should say that. I never really wanted to do tech, honestly speaking. You pretty much know me. I'm not quote unquote a nerd or a geek. I actually went to school for media arts, which is kind of like tech in a way. So it's kind of related. So I went to school for media arts. I wanted to really get into the production world of doing like music and like putting music to soundtracks. So that's really my background. That's what I went to school for. I also went to school for business. So I did like a double major kind of thing. So I went for business and I also went for...
What college you went to or colleges?
I went to college. Well, I went to university in Jersey. So I went to college in Atlanta. It was a small college. It was called Abraham Baldwin. Then I also went to university in New Jersey. So it's the New Jersey City University. That's where I graduated and got my degree. And from there on, I actually started a management company, music management. Yeah. It wasn't really that big. We had like I think we had a group. We had 3 acts. Well, we had a group. We had this R&B girl, and and the name of the company was Lace Records. So this was back in the, I guess you say late 2000s, early 2010 is kind of when we broke it off. Yeah, we put a lot of money into it. We didn't get no seed money, so it was kind of our money we put into it. And trust me, it was a lot of problems with the group, going back and forth, changing lead singers, band members. So yeah, from there I got into real estate, and I did that for like 7 years. And then from real estate, I got into IT. So yeah, I've been in IT for the past going on, I guess, it's almost 6 years now.
Yeah.
And that's where I met you, man. We had
before you met me at this job, you had a previous job that you did.
Yeah.
Anything from that?
You mean with IT?
Yeah.
Yeah. I worked for this law firm. What was it called again? Gretchen. It was a big law firm. It was 59th Street, where the Apple building is.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right there. So yeah, it was a big law firm. They did a lot of international law acquisitions and criminal. Yeah, I was with them for like initially I was supposed to be with them for like 6 months. Then they kind of cut it down to three. Then before you know, they cut it down to two. So it was more of a contractual based gig.
Hmm. I remember that I was working with Fidelity in New Jersey around the time that you was working with them.
No, this was in New York. It wasn't in New Jersey.
No, I said I was working before we came to Aon. I was working in New Jersey
Ah, gotcha.
at Fidelity, and
Ah,
then that
okay.
only lasted 3 months too. So when you said that, I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
similar experience,
Yeah,
somewhat.
man. It's
But
it's a known thing in the IT world, man. You're running from one contract to the next. So
so, do you remember Aon?
yeah, man. I mean, shoot, Aon got me my real start into IT. So
I can agree too. Like the tech bar was really
yeah,
a difficult crash course.
it was. It's like there's no in this field. I wouldn't say there's no. I don't think you can know everything. You go in with your feet light. I would say that means you're jumping from one system to the next system. So you have to be very loose, and you have to be very, how would I say, able to move around, because if you
I
just
remember I
yeah
remember my first day at Aon. I was so scared to even go into the tech bar. I was telling Oxa,
yeah
no, don't put me in there.
yeah
And she had
so
me go around the building delivering stuff and doing the printer inks and the
right.
toners and
Oh, well, for your audience, they may not know who AXA is. So AXA was pretty much our
our
supervisor.
lead
Yeah, our lead.
supervisor
Yeah.
for
So
the site.
exactly for that site, and I think she handled, what was it, two us and some, it was three of us, right? Or was
Yeah, it
it
was at the time. It was me, you, and Julio.
Julio? Yes, yes,
But
and then
Julio left really fast.
yeah, he was
I
out of
think I
there.
think I was only there. I think I was only there like the 2 months, and he was gone after the second month I was there.
Yeah,
So I personally didn't get enough time with him
right.
because the way they made the scheduling, when I was doing my learning, they'll put Julio in the tech bar with me 2 days a week and Oxford the 3 days a week and something like that. It was weird. So with 2 days a week, I definitely didn't even. Or whenever I was in there, it was very short with him. I'll just say that
Yeah, I mean,
because the
I would say.
schedules are always changing.
Yeah, the schedule is always changing. I mean, they had a system where they kind of rotate us to get like a full experience of the tech bar. Then also, meeting with like the higher clientele, like the
Explain
executives.
explain to the audience what the tech bar is and your
Uh,
own words.
to make it simple, the tech bar, if you go to like Apple, you know how they have the Genius bar. It's kind of similar. They have a tech bar where the users, which are the employees, will bring their laptops,
Devices.
yeah, their
Nice.
devices to a certain location, which was a depot, like a spot where we set up, and then we'll do
And we
like
were on the ninth floor, so they had to come. And I
yeah,
think we had 30 something floors in that building.
yes. So
So people was taking the elevator or walking down or walking up.
right. So in the crash course, the tech bar was more something like, if it's something that will take 15 minutes, you bring it to the tech bar. We'll get it done quickly. So the turnaround has to be fast. We will fix it and give it back to you. Then, if it's going to take longer than 15 minutes, and that's when you will need like a dedicated technician to actually maybe take the laptop. We might give you a loaner. A loaner is a secondary laptop that you can use
Mm-hmm.
anytime while we fix we fix their device. So yeah, the tech bar was more of like, quick fixes, something that would take like 15 minutes. But those 15 minutes can really get a lot when a lot of people are coming at one time.
One thing that got me really crazy about the tech bar is getting flustered, not knowing how to fix a certain problem, and you're having to like be a professional and make it seem like you know what you're doing. Because there was a couple times I'm writing. We have a group chat, so I'm writing in the group chat,
right?
And I'm trying to see who knows how to do something. But sometimes I purposely, because I'm new, especially this was also the times when I first started, so I wouldn't know exactly how to explain it.
Right.
So the person's there waiting. And the thing is, we're working with employees from all levels. We're working from VIP to the lower level people who are just like regular employees.
Right.
And the people who are higher up, they think that they have more of a demand of getting their stuff done faster. You should know what you're doing. You're an imbecile, as opposed to somebody who's an admin or a regular employee who's like, take your time, I'll come back.
Right. I mean,
but it was like stress levels. That's how I felt. I felt like it was stress levels in there.
It was.
Because you had multiple people coming back and forth to you.
No, you're totally right. You're totally right about that.
How did you feel about that when you had all these different people coming back and forth?
I mean, I felt, I always felt like honesty is the way to go. Like, if it was the situation where I felt like it was going to take a real long time, I would let the colleague know, like, hey, this is probably going to take longer than the 15 minutes that you're used to. So you may have to leave the laptop or leave the device, the phone, whatever it was, with us, and then we'll give you something to use in the meantime. So you're still kind of productive. You're not losing, because that's the main thing that a lot of the users are always worried about, that they're not being productive and they're wasting time, and the company's getting billed for their time. So if it's going to take
but sometimes when you set up a loaner,
right,
it could be complicated at times because they don't necessarily they will have the initial office suite,
right,
but a lot of times it's difficult because you will sign in and they can't retrieve certain files. You gotta try to get the website up or the link from the emails, and not all the time. I've noticed in some cases that the links will open or the links would save, and some people, they're flustered when it comes to these not having the stuff in front of them. So we run into that as well.
Yeah, we run into a lot of problems. That's why I said it's a field where you have to really be on your toes, and you just have to reassure the colleague that, listen, hey, I know this may not be what you're used to, but this is the best you can work with right now, and we'll try our best to get you up and running on your initial laptop as soon as possible. So there's really, at the end of the day, a machine is a machine, and a machine is going to break down. So
yeah, I understand that. Yeah. So what did you like working in the tech bar?
Oh, in the tech bar, I liked it because you get to really know the colleague one-on-one. Because sometimes I looked at it sometimes like therapy. Sometimes the colleague wants to get away from their desk, so they come. Sometimes they even just come and chit chat with us. You remember? They'll come and sit down.
Yes, there was some people that was my favorite that actually used to come in and say, "Hey, you good? What's going on?" To pass some time. So yeah, I see that.
Yeah, they'll come chit chat. You get to know them. You get to know what they're going through, and then you just know that it's probably the work environment that's making them stressed out. That they want to get things done quick and fast. But then when you get to know them and sit down with them, and they know that you have their best interests, then they're more open to give you that time to really fix their issue, fix the problem with the computers. But I liked it in the sense because it gave me a chance to really know who I'm dealing with, who I'm working with. So that was one of the things. And then sometimes, not everything I know. So I'll let the client know that, hey, let me do some research on the issue, and then I'll get back to you. And that's where you go into the chat, you ask people in the chat. If they don't know, hey, Google's your best friend. You go to Google and look for it. And then sometimes you may never find a problem. You may just have to issue them a new system, or wipe the laptop and put a new operating system on it. So,
well, what I liked, I like the fact that it was many various different issues until it wasn't, because on Mondays, the first of the month, everybody would not have a password.
Yeah, it was very
when
busy.
a password expires. So we would have a line
to
the door.
Yeah.
And those were the days were the most stressful, because I'd be having to run to the building to not have complaints on those days. Because I know Monday morning is so busy, I'd be having to run to the building to open the door, and I'd still be seeing like so many people waiting for me to get their password changed. But the password, except the BitLocker, the password itself was fast. But in terms of the BitLocker, that took a little bit more time. That took like good 5 minutes. But
you know what's so funny?
I would definitely get to the point where I would ask people what they're here for. Oh, you're here for a cord? Or you're here for a wire? Or you're here for a mouse? Or you're here for the password? Or you can't get into Windows? And I would just group them and say, it was basically like as time went on, I found out how to manage things better, because I would like to say that when I first got there, nobody trusted me at all.
I mean, it was the same with me, because people are always...
Nobody trusted me. They was asking for everybody else but me for a long time.
Well, you gotta understand, people are always gonna flick to the people that they felt have assisted them in the past. So that's their go-to person. So they're like, who are you? You don't know my issues. I got that a lot, until you prove yourself. Like, hey, I'm equally as good as the next man. And then once they see that and they get comfortable with you, and they respect your work, then they're open to allow you to assist them. I saw that a lot. Because remember, they had that lady, she was a Donald Trump supporter. And nobody wanted to help. Nobody. She was such a mean lady. And then one time I go, and she had a dog in her office. You remember, she had that very big ass office?
Oh yeah. I went to do a password for her phone one time. Yeah.
Yeah, she had this big office. All the assistants she had were scared of her. They were like stressed out. I would go there and I'll be like, is she here? The assistants, no. I'll go into the office. She's with her dog. She's on the phone. And for some reason, she actually liked me, because I get the problem done and I'm done, So she was like a no-nonsense kind of lady. She wants it done and she wants it resolved. And if you
But she wasn't the only type of person. Almost everybody who was in the VI, who was in the hierarchy, the high people, the VPs, the assistant presidents, were like, they want their stuff done ASAP, quick. And if they didn't, and if you couldn't deliver, they was calling somebody else.
That is true.
I remember one time I got yelled at because who was it? Mel? Well, you know who he is. I had a problem with somebody and they reached out to him to do it, and he had to do it. He got pissed. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
And that was the week that, Axel was away. So a lot of times when Axel's away, at least when I was still there, we would get flustered because somebody would have to be in the tech bar. Somebody had to go do the other stuff around the building with the printers, the VIPs, the vendors that would come in. It gets real crazy at times.
Yeah. But let me ask you a question.
Short-handed. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. How was your transition over to, maybe the hybrid or the remote, during the pandemic? I mean, did you transition over quickly, or was it slowly, or did you even like the transition? Did you like going into the office, assisting the users, or you were like more like, oh, I prefer staying
Well,
at home?
let me tell you the truth. When I was still working at Aon, I never did remote support. So
Right,
it was a tough thing for me to get used to. But as I went into different jobs, I would sit at my desk and help people over the computer, and I got used to it.
right,
So when I was working at home, it was easy peasy because at that time I got used to it doing it every day consecutively.
right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, I transitioned over quickly myself, but then at
Hmm.
one point I got kind of like bored staying at home, and it was very hard to work with everybody on the network, and then my kid, the wife. So, but
I
I'll tell
mean,
you what.
I
No,
mean
go
the
ahead.
family, my family couldn't get used to the whole Zoom meetings, and you had to be on mute stuff for a long time. But
All right.
after a while, they started to understand that, oh, you're gonna be taking meetings at this time, that time. You're gonna be on the phone. We can't. So that part for the pandemic was very difficult to transition to,
Right, right.
because
And I think
with the computers, everything is generated through it.
that is true. That is true. And I also think another thing that used to bother me sometimes was like even when you're helping you're helping the user, they're on the other side of the world, or sometimes because Aon, we had like international as well, and it's so funny because at first we only did primarily the people in our location. At that office, we had two locations. We had the one downtown and Wall Street, and then we also had the one in Midtown. And then, from time to time, we'll go help the users in the Midtown office. But then once we went, remote, it was like an open door policy. We had to like help. I was helping people in Canada. I was helping people in Ireland. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not just helping just the users in the building that
It was
I'm
a whole
used to.
different scale. It was a whole different scale of doing tech support at that point.
Yes, and then also sometimes, when you have the laptop in front of you, you're quickly able to know what the problem is. But now your eyes are the user's eyes, so you have to really depend on the user's eyes and what they tell you. And then not everybody is tech savvy, so you're like, I remember I was helping this lady. I was helping her for 2 hours trying to figure out something. I just told her that I said, you know what? While I'm with you all this time, I could have equally just told you, hey, let's do a quick FaceTime on your phone and you just show me what you're doing. As soon as she did that, do you believe we got that problem solved in 2 minutes?
Yeah, I learned that now at my new job that um, when you are since everybody's remote, you have to do FaceTime. You have to go on FaceTime and
Right.
solve the problem. Because I'm helping somebody at home
Mm-hmm.
take a computer fresh out the box and connect it. Not everybody
Right.
can do that.
Right.
People
But in the
don't know
beginning,
what wire is what, and people
yeah,
would think everything fits into one place.
right. Well, that is true because even though like you're doing a FaceTime on Zoom, you can't really see what they're doing because the camera's actually on the computer. So sometimes you have to tell them, let's do the FaceTime on your phone so you can actually take your phone and show me your computer, what you're really doing, and then go down and go under the table and show me what you're doing. Yeah, so it was a whole big, I would say, culture shock and a whole culture changing and shifting your mindset of how to relate and
So I
work
wanted
with the
to ask
users.
you,
Yeah,
we were both dealing with a lot of user support, at Aon,
right,
a couple of thousands of users. I'm talking about when we was in person before the pandemic.
right.
Did you get a lot of flack and a lot of people trying to come back to you? Because where we was in a remote location. Anybody could have came downstairs to us.
I don't get the question.
Did a lot of people come back to you and try to curse you out or try to say that that you broke their computer and things like that.
Yeah, we got. I mean, I got a lot of people who were. I got this VP one time who came in, and he had called in earlier saying he was coming in, but the receptionist didn't know he was coming in. So when he came in, he wanted immediate service, but we were actually occupied helping some other people, and then he was so furious that I don't know. I think he was. It was not like he was even coming from a distance. He was like in Midtown. And he came in, he slammed that computer on the floor and says, and he was so mad, he was making a fuss and cursing and left. So I was just like, well, I'm just gonna tell our lead and they can deal with it. And then they spoke with him, he came back, he started apologizing. I was like, oh yeah, I know, the stress gets to you. And then I also had another lady one time, who, I don't know if you were there that time. This lady came in and was calling us monkeys. Remember? I don't know if you were. I don't think you were around. And then they banned her from the tech bar.
You can get banned from the tech bar.
She was actually banned from the tech bar, and I kind of felt that. I kind of felt upset about
I didn't know
that.
you could get banned from the tech bar. I had a lot of people who was very arrogant and aggressive to me after the fact that I fixed their stuff, and I would get so. I would feel so disappointed because I'm over here trying my best. Now, don't get me wrong, people. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you fix a problem, the problem comes back.
Right.
Person who's using the computer don't know that, so they come back very, very agitated a few days later, saying nothing. You didn't fix nothing when you have it documented in your tickets that you did.
That is correct.
But there's just a reoccurring problem, and now they're mad, and now you have to get them a brand new, fresh computer.
Well, sometimes I think like some people were actually doing that. I got a number of people that they will bring their laptop.
Oh, I heard about that because we had a rollout of new computers, and let me tell you what I hate about Aon. The policies kept changing so frequently.
Right.
We would have meetings like every week, but the policies kept changing. So they would get mad because I wouldn't keep up with the changes. I'm like, how am I supposed to remember this change? Now you're saying y'all disabled the BitLocker. Now you're saying the person got to have this much stuff. They got to have a freaking approval from their board. I'm like, come on. And then of course, what's her name? She's mad at me because she's sitting next to me on the in the tech board. She's like, "You didn't remember last week we said that you have to do it?" I'm like, "Really?" You get that too, right? Like they change the policies, but you're not remembering because they do it so often.
Well, I mean, I had a serious. I wouldn't say it was serious. When I first started, I think maybe like 3 months into starting at Aon, and then I think AXA came at me, and she was talking reckless, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not having that." So I called. I didn't know
you got it from her.
Oh yeah, I did. This is when.
I almost always got it for her because she'll always be like, "You don't remember what this person was? She came in here a few days ago."
This is the thing. So
we see a lot of people though.
No, but hold on. I had to check AXA. After I checked her, she stopped talking to me like that. Yeah, I had to tell her like, "No, you can't talk to me like that." One, yes, you may be the boss here, or whatever, you got here before me, but you can't talk to me that way. Plus, I'm older than you. Stop that. Like, I had to check her, and then, you know what's so funny? After I checked her, we became real good friends. Yeah, because I thought I don't.
Did she trust? Maybe she trusted you a lot more after that too.
Yeah, I think she did. I think she did, and then she knew that because, like, sometimes she wouldn't want to go see an executive, and then she would tell me to go see the person, and I would go, and I want to make a complaint about it. So she kind of like, oh, okay, you are able to meet with the executives with no problem. So she kind of started trusting me to start seeing the executives. She started actually allowing me to see the executives more often because they kind of said that she was the one that should see the executives and we should just really focus on the
But
tech part.
but I've seen it myself. She'd get flustered by their nasty attitudes at times.
Yeah.
And when I was off the tech bar, I definitely didn't want to go up there at all, unless it was somebody who was like, it was one of them nice guys that, because not all the time I used to fix things in a fast, speedy way. So I want to go to somebody who's, patient.
Right. But you know what was the funniest thing? I didn't care. I mean, if you saw me, I didn't really care. I'll just go fix it. And then, because one thing I kind of noticed, people are always going to get mad. And that's fine. They're always going to get mad if if it's a computer issue. I always looked at it like, it's your problem, not my problem. So the computer is not working. You have to get
stopping them from doing something.
It is stopping them from
problem.
No, that is the problem. But what I'm saying is that I'm going to try everything to fix it. But I can't stop you from getting mad. So if you're going to get mad, there's nothing really I can do. I'm just going to allow you to get mad. So
and you know what happened with me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm very nonchalant, and at times I didn't react to some of the execs and the admins when they got mad. So they used to piss them off, and they used to complain to Rich.
Oh yeah, but they did you dirty too.
Huh?
They did you dirty with that whole you taking that leave, and then the whole thing. They did you dirty.
But I remember that a lot of people probably was not liking me upstairs though. I know that.
Yeah, I know that because
after a while, like Oxford stopped sending me upstairs entirely.
Right,
and that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
They had to stop sending me upstairs entirely. Every time those guys send me a ticket to go upstairs, I'm like, nope, I ain't doing it. Especially if the person knows me or I didn't have a good repertoire with that person.
Mm-hmm.
So more than likely, it was probably more of the higher ups complaining.
Probably.
Because I'm pretty sure you can't just like let me go over something real petty.
I thought it was petty, and then after when they let you go, they started talking about you, and I was like, nah. I mean, I was like, what? This is funny because when you were there, they never said anything. They were acting like they're your friend, and now you're gone. They start saying so. I had to like tell them like, no. I mean, I'm not gonna allow you to say that because that's my friend. I mean, you should have said.
And I'm pretty sure it was the people in the office. Like, what was his name?
No, it was one of the executive assistants.
The executive assistants and them guys.
Yeah, I think
I thought it was the people that shared the office with us because they were kind
of
other people.
It was one of them, and they came and they were like, "Where you were?" And I said, "Oh, that you don't work here no more." And then they started to bad mouthing you, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna let you just say that. Why you didn't say that while he was here?" Yeah. So
people do you dirty under the bus. So I've experienced a lot in my life, and I just want to say, what did you learn in Aon working there?
Oh, I learned a lot. I mean, I actually learned a lot because I would say like it was my first professional IT gig because the one I had before was more of an internship. Then the next one was just a contract. So the experience level was not as in depth as Aon. So Aon really gave me.
I'm pretty sure Oxa probably went to bat for me too because people would say things to her probably than not saying to me and the chain emails. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Because
I
you
guess
never know what's spoken behind your back.
exactly. So that's what I was saying because I kind of felt like if you say that to somebody that had left, what would you say about me? I mean, if no, it's true. I mean, if people say certain things about other people in front of you, then you're like, wait a minute. So what would you say about me if I wasn't here?
They
You
have bad
get?
character.
Yeah. So
That's all
that's
I
why.
gotta say about that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's the nature of people, the nature of life. So you roll with the
Yeah,
punches and you move on.
people with
It's
the
fine.
personalities.
Yeah.
I learned I learned how to be a better troubleshooter, and I learned confidence in this field because this was definitely my first. I would count this as my first real IT job with where I had to do a lot of stuff
Mhm.
simultaneously. Like
Right.
when you look at when we were there, we
Mhm.
did every single thing.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we did everything that they allowed us to do. Because at one point, I actually wanted to do more. I remember I was telling you I wanted to get away from the end user part of
Yes.
IT. So I kept on asking Rich, like, "Hey, what's going on? Introduce me to network guys," and he was kind of like brushing me off. I was like, "Okay." So one thing about Aeon, which was good, you learned a lot. But then when you got those skills, I kind of felt like those skills just got stagnant. That you weren't really,
Well,
really
to tell you the honest truth, when you go to different environments,
hmm?
because I know that after that job, I had a couple of other jobs.
Right,
You learn you have to relearn yourself to do things because Aeon system was Lenovo,
hmm,
and they had their way of doing things one way, but when it comes to like deployments and setting up desks and stuff, that's
hmm,
universal.
right,
But everything else will change as per the job you have and the environment.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I mean, I didn't like that we was I sometimes some days I didn't like that we was very busy. Like because it made me less confident to the fact that I would have to see 30 like almost 20 to 30 people when I wouldn't get no break, or I would end up, facing somebody and I wouldn't know what to do with them. And some of those times were very hard for me to sit
right.
in the tech bar. Those were like one of the toughest days dealing with these execs that were like big crybabies.
No, yeah, it could be. It could be very stressful because like the workload was a lot. At one point, you
I think I remember everybody, and then at one point they was getting mad because if I you have to simultaneously somebody walk into the tech bar, you have to simultaneously say sign into the sheet. But I'm
right,
a type of person. If I'm trying to solve the problem, I'm not looking up to see who's there.
right.
And that was a big problem for Asa because she would just come monitor me and she'll be like, "You didn't tell this person to sign in." I'm
But
like, "Sorry."
I could see why that was a big thing for her because initially, when I got there, I
Mm-hmm.
was told that they had 6 technicians. Then, when I was there, it was 4. Then people started dropping off. And then when me and you were there, it was 3.
It
Then
was me
when
for
you,
a long time, I guess,
yeah.
right?
So imagine 6 people supporting 2,000 people. Then now imagine 3 people supporting that same 2,000 people. The workload is going to be a lot. So that's why we were always handling like maybe 30 people, 20 people a day.
And then we'd have to do other stuff like call up the printers, call up the people to come fix the old
Yeah.
computers. And those were
Yeah.
time consuming. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Reading those numbers,
Mm-hmm.
those guys didn't understand my speech, so I would be sitting there maybe 10 minutes on each computer.
Right. Now, think about this. When you left, it was two people.
Oh damn!
Yeah. So it was me and AXA supporting 2,000 people plus the Midtown office. So if the Midtown office, I will have to travel. AXA was not going to the Midtown office. I will have to travel to the Midtown office, then come back
And still
and
do work there.
still work on all those tickets. And then they were slow to hire someone new. And when they did, they kept it at 3, when they should have brought more people. They should have had more tech. So I could see why AXA was saying have them sign in, because when we went back to Rich, who was the manager, and say, hey, Rich, we need another technician, Rich will say, hey, the job is getting done with just you two. Why do you want a second person or another person when just 2 techs are getting all the work done? But it's stressful. It's a lot
I
of
don't
work.
understand why you didn't have compassion to get a third person when the team was so huge. Because even when I was hired, it was 4 of us till Julio left.
I don't know, maybe the budget. That's another thing, because I was crying for a raise. They never gave me a raise.
I was trying to get stability.
No, but after I had been there for what? You were even telling me that I took on a lot of responsibility. When AXA had left, I took on a lot of responsibility. I was kind of like
burned out.
I was burnt out, and I was pretty much like the
supervisor. What I remember, because you were there the longest, the people are more familiar and want to come to you.
Right.
At that point, at least, too.
But this is
it fluctuated between AXA, Julio, then you, I guess.
Yeah, but when AXA moved on she went into a different department, it became more me. And then this was the point where I was saying, listen, I'm taking on a lot of responsibility now. I don't have the title, but you're giving me the responsibility like I have the title, but not the pay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it was a lot of responsibilities for such little pay.
Right.
And like we would have to close the tech bar at 4 to catch up on other stuff. And for me, every like Thursday, I think, it was either Wednesday or Thursday, I would have the one-on-one with Rich.
Right.
It wasn't a Friday. It was like a Wednesday or Thursday, whatever he was free. So like we would have that for like 30 minutes, and then there was times I would never get to freaking fill out the tickets. So it was really a stressful job for like what we did, but it also taught me that I could do a lot of things. And when she wasn't there, it kind of felt like me and you was in charge of the site, because most of the times that AXA was away, you were in the tech bar. I was doing everything else. Printer execs, vendors. So so after you left Aon, did you did it get easier for you?
Oh, you mean, well,
where you at now, is it easier day by day?
Well,
or it prepared you, right?
It prepared me, but then going from Aon, which is you're mainly dealing with excuse me, you're dealing with the same clients, same users, same software. You know, it becomes practical and you start knowing it. But then when you go from Aon to where I'm at now, which is more of an MSP, Whereas you provide a service and you are dealing with multiple clients. So you're dealing with 80 different companies that use different softwares, use different things, different apps to different computers. Some use Macs, some use Linux, some use, so it's like, oh, okay. You can have some
Yeah, as opposed to Aon being a whole Windows environment and Lenovo.
Correct.
Except for the couple of Surfaces we supported, but that wasn't a big scale.
No, that wasn't. So, I mean, I would say here was a little bit more challenging. Just in fact that you don't know your next ticket. Like Aon became more of, you get
familiar, like you knew
you're familiar,
what was coming.
You know what was coming. If it's this,
like they will tell you, oh, you have like 4 new hires this week. Oh,
right. It was routine. It was a routine. It would become repetitive. It was a routine. You know what to do. You could do it in your sleep. Now, when I came over here, it was different because now I'm dealing with a company that maybe they're math driven and they got different programs.
That's where the difficulty comes. Like when you're faced with more different services, because we work with Lenovo, and then I went other places. They have Dell, they have Macs, they have different level of Dell. So
right,
it's similar. It's different ways to troubleshoot and different parts of. Like I remember when I went to my new job,
right.
I think F9 was to boot the menu, and I think F7 was somewhere else. So it was a little difficult for me to adjust at times for certain things like that.
I'm still on my toes over here because sometimes it's like.
Tell me how.
In a sense, I'm trying to get familiar with a Mac. And then now it's just like some of our clients use Windows. So either they're using Microsoft, then we have other clients that are using Google. So everything they use is through Google with the Google apps and the Google Drives. Then you have other clients that are using Linux. You have other clients that are using Macs. So, and then it's also just different programs. So sometimes you may get a call and a user's like, oh, I'm having issues with this program, and he's telling you the program, and you're like, I do not know what program this guy's talking about. Okay, let me jump on your computer. You jump on his computer, and then you figure out, oh, it's a Mac. So now you're like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I have no idea how to get this result. But the good thing is they have like they call it like they have a log of like how to go about and fix, like other tickets that they have used to fix the problem.
Yeah.
So each company has in our system, in our database, each company has the programs that they use. And sometimes they're not really explained well, but they give the best that they can. So sometimes I'll have to let the client know, like, hey, I'm not too familiar with, and they know because they know we support multiple clients and we're not going to know everything about the whole spectrum of everybody we support. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Give me some time and I'll get back to you. Let me ask a colleague or let me reference a ticket that might have been the same issue to see if I can help you with this. So they're very good at that by giving you the time. And they're a little bit smaller companies. They're not like, we have no company right now that was as big as Aon. Maybe the most we have is a company with just 200 users. That's
a change of pace right there.
Yeah. So compared to Aon, which is like just our office alone was 2,000. Then you go to Midtown, which was like another 30. Then there was the
and the whole rest of the country, right?
Yeah, the whole rest of the country, and then even Long Island. What was it? What was it? Garden City. There were about 300. There were about 300 people in that office. So you're talking about Aon. Aon was like millions. You're dealing with people, That's why we were so busy.
Yeah, but I never at Aeon got to experience anything other than the people that were there.
Yes, yeah,
So I didn't.
right.
So I didn't experience that part. But when I went to different jobs, you'll get tickets from all over the place, and you have to. Even now, my current job, I have people on the West Coast, and I gotta remember. Okay, this is West Coast, so let me call them at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, so
Right,
they're not just dubbing my call. So
right.
I want to ask you, what do you think? Do you think that IT support has a future with everything going on with the AI and all the stuff that's going on? What do you think of that?
I think the support will just be more advanced in the sense that
Mm.
we may not just be doing like the regular, like fixing the computers in the sense of like, oh, a BitLocker or password change or rebooting that or
I
maybe
mean, I agree because Windows is developing every year, and the
right.
computers are coming with new features, and they do refreshes every 2 to 3 years. So it's a new advanced computer with new features. And
Yeah.
um I feel like eventually
Well, the way
robots
I look at
robots and
the way I look at it, they're gonna
mhm.
need they're gonna need technicians to support AI. So they're gonna need
uh
technicians. So AI might be doing a lot of the stuff, but then they're gonna need technicians who put in the scripts. So these
but
AIs need
that'll be more in the programming realm, right?
no, because now even where I'm at, they have a lot of scripts for a lot of things. That a lot of things is just automated. We don't even like they'll have like I guess maybe because I mean more of a service part of the IT now is that like onboarding they'll tell us like oh you need to do some onboarding. We don't even go to the company. They'll just say hey onboard this person. There's a script. We'll put there's like a whole script. We'll put the script on the computer. It'll put all the network drives. It'll put all the printers. It'll do
Right,
everything. We don't have to
right.
we don't
So
have to
I
do much
realized
anymore.
that it'll just be the job for user support, desktop support would just be advanced. Will
Yeah,
still be needed.
it'll be needed. People are always going to need. It will be needed.
Mm.
I
Okay.
think that there's still a future. We'll just have to move with the times. We just have to get more advanced. Get a little bit stronger in our script writing. But now they even have like programs that AI that will put a script for you together. Like the what is it? What's the name of that? There's a program. Shoot, I already forgot what it is. Uh, is it Get Up or Get something? I forgot the program. It just like it does a lot of scripts for you.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think now it's just a matter of us becoming more advanced in technology
Well,
because technology is getting more advanced, so we have to get advanced with it.
yeah. I mean, they obviously are bringing out things every year, and we have to keep abreast of the new technology and take exams every now and then.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks, Theo, for coming on. No,
Hey, it was my
it was a
pleasure.
great conversation. This is a conversation I wanted to have to talk about what it's like working in IT support for the folks who are
Hey.
curious, for the young ones who are looking to change over or looking to get into this field. So
Hmm.
I just want to know, you got any last words for
Yeah, I
anybody?
would say anybody who's trying to get into IT, this is the best time to get into it. There's a lot of there's a Google is your best friend. I would say you can like I know coming from I had to go to I actually had to go back to school to get back into IT. And I feel
Hmm.
like now there's so many things that you can do just learning online, with technology just being so broad. that you don't have to go to like these big universities and spend thousands of dollars to get this IT knowledge. You can actually get it for free now. So
Wow.
yeah, if you want to get into IT, there's people like giving you a crash course on how to get into IT and how to study. There's a lot of people who have their own podcasts. There's a lot of people who have their own blogs, their own YouTube channels, and teaching you how to like do a lot of the stuff that you would do at a normal placement, at a normal site. Even how to like cabling and switching and routing. Yeah. So I feel like if you're trying to get into IT, this is the best time. You can learn it on your smartphone, you can learn it on your iPad. This is the best time, and it's only going to get better.
So are you planning to stay in user support, or are you going to go further?
I'm always trying to go further. I did the whole Cisco, but then I'm trying now to get more into learning. Like I was going to learn the AWS, but now I see like at where I'm at, they barely use AWS. They go into Azure. So the AWS is the Amazon Web Service, and then Azure is Microsoft's own kind of web cloud-based service. So yeah, I'm trying to get more into that and see where that takes me. I still really want to get into networking. I have been trying to get away from the end user side, but I feel like there's always going to be an end user.
Yeah, I mean, after doing it consistently for maybe 7 years, I don't think I want to be an end user for more than a few more years.
Right.
Because it could be very draining. So I'm looking to expand as well in the future.
Right. I would say start knowing a little bit of script, because even Microsoft have like their help and documentation on like a lot of the scripts, because right now I'm doing stuff for like colleagues where I don't have to be on site. I can just do the script from my computer, and the scripts are already there. They're already placed on Microsoft. All I have to do is copy it. Just look for the script I need, copy it, and plug it in, and it works. And sometimes we have a programmer on site who actually kind of like helps us as well. So I think the advancement in getting into IT is a good step for anybody who wants to get into this field. I would definitely suggest getting into it, and the pay is not as bad. And the more
the pay is above average for most entry level jobs.
That is
but
correct.
I could say that I've been blessed because I kind of skipped the help desk step to get into the desktop. I did it, but I rather be the one doing the tickets than creating the tickets.
Correct. Yeah, so that comes with more knowledge. That comes with more certificates. IT is wide. It's not just help desk. It's not just routing. It's not just switches. It's big. You can get onto the server side. You can get into infrastructure. You can be on the NOC cybersecurity side. So it's pretty big. Cybersecurity is really big now. So whoever wants to get into IT, get into cybersecurity. You make a lot of money. Money should always be the goal. I would say just know your craft, and the money will come. But yeah, if you want to enjoy
enjoy what you're doing, because you're going to be doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
So tell the people where they could find you a little bit.
Well, that's a good thing. I don't really have a lot of social media sites, and if people trying to find me on social media, I need to really get onto my social media sites. But I do have a Instagram site. My Instagram is Sebastian. You can find me there. You can also find me on Facebook. My Facebook name is Theo Oyaga. You can find me there. And that's pretty much it. On LinkedIn, but I barely go there. I just really need to catch up on going onto my social media. I've been taking a break since I'm more of a family guy. My son keeps me a little bit more off social media because I have to deal with his little bad butt.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
understand. You're busy after work, so
yeah. But I mean,
all right.
if your users want, I can always send you my social media links, and you can, I guess, wherever you're publishing this, I can send it to you, and you can post it up there as well.
Of course. So
Yeah.
thanks. It was great having you on, Theo.
Oh,
So
thanks a lot. It was a pleasure.
you already know.
All right,
Um,
man.
we'll be back.
All right. Just let me know when you're having the next one. All right.
This is the Star Roddy Rod, and I'm the host of Star Time. So I want to tell y'all about this awesome show that I'm on called the Premier Boys Podcast, where it's just me and three other brothers, Ken Mr. Gentleman, Ken Talk Aaron Sands, and Long Live the Chief Matty Mal, discussing topics of the culture and our opinions, latest news topics, latest stories, scandals, and we have a lot of fun doing this, you know? We talk our own opinions. Sometimes it's real raw, real raunchy, and sometimes it's just fun and games. So, you know, listen to it with an ear, you know, of enjoyment. We're here to entertain you, you know? We talk about topics of the news, we talk about reviews of shows. We just talk about anything from music to current events and everything in between. So you can catch us on Wednesdays on all streaming platforms with the exception of Spotify. So after you listen to this, go right ahead and listen and subscribe to the Premier Boys Podcast. Recommended by me, the Star Roddy Rod of Star Time. All right. It's Star Time. Thank you for checking out episode 5 and my special guest, Theo. I knew Theo, for a couple years, so it was real good to hear him chop it up with me about old work experiences, what it's like working in the IT field, So, got some good news for y'all. I'm 7 days #1 on the documentary charts for Good Pods. Definitely. And I already know I got a special guest for next episode as well. Episode 6 going to feature Long Live the Chief. They call me Mally Mal. My special guest next episode. This week's podcast shout out is the What's Next podcast with Chanel. Check him out. I was on the episode with him called Online Dating, where me and him discuss our online dating experiences. So that's my podcast shout out for this week. I want to thank everybody for checking me out on this episode and continue to support, like, share, subscribe this podcast. Start time. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. We're going to make it. We definitely going to make it. Check me out on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and anywhere else that you find your podcasts. This your boy, the Star Roddy Rod, and I'm out of here.
It's your girl Maiden Petty, and you're now listening to Star Time.